It's your boy Tits McGee. What's going on, guys? And I decided that I want to talk about like the old school shiz. You know what I'm talking about, the old school. And I was laying in bed the other day, partially nude, and thinking to myself that, hey, where's gaming gone over the last 10, 15, 20 years? And everything's changed. You remember the days, being in your buddy's basement, partially nude again, and you're sitting there and you guys are enjoying what gaming is. You got Perfect Dark, Bond, Halo. You guys know what screen peeking's like. You have not experienced, gaming until you've tried to compete against your best friend, and you guys argue nonstop over and over again about screen peeking. And the only way to settle it is to take the top lid of a pizza box and try to tape it to the TV screen to balance it out. I mean, it really, really was about fun and different. I mean, there was competitiveness back then, but it's changed now. Nowadays, like back then, we were always hopeful. You remember back in the days where we'd sit there and we thought about ideas, when PlayStation and, Xbox and all these systems and stuff were coming out. We were hopeful. We were a hopeful community, a bunch of hopeful guys looking for what we wanted. And nowadays, it seems like the community has shifted to what we'd like fixed. And I don't know if it's going to get worse, if it's going to stay the same, if it's going to just be gone after 9 months, like a dumpster baby. But I don't know what's going to happen, and it kind of bothers me a little bit. I mean, everybody would like to know what's going to happen. Everybody would like to know that. This is not one of those situations where I'd like to just find the fuck out, and that's why I'm sitting here talking to you guys about it. It's kind of gone down. I mean, it used to be where like we were always a hopeful community, where kids and adults and everybody were like, oh yeah, that new Xbox and stuff's out. You know what they should do? They should do something sweet. They should like merge it so PlayStation players can play Xbox players. I remember thinking about that when I was younger and stuff. You don't hear people talk like that anymore. You don't. You see console wars. You see, oh, I'm better than this and that. And things have changed a little bit. I mean, the fact that the systems are damn near equal just is kind of out of the way. And the people have realized it's about preference. It took I don't know how many years, even though there's still people like, oh yeah, Xbox players are better, PS3 players are better, your mom's better. So it's like, I miss the fact that where it used to be a positive thing, we were always hopeful, ready for the next thing. And I guess to an extent, we want to know about like new DLC and stuff like that. But I miss those games, and I think I only experienced those games when that kind of feeling when I was playing a lot with friends. When I stopped playing with friends and I started doing like YouTube as a job, or when I started playing like online competitive, I really kind of lost that feel, that touch, and things changed a little bit. And take for example, I'm not really excited for a lot of the multiplayer games coming this year. But Borderlands, knowing that it's cooperative, I could play with my like stepfather or friends or something like that. That sounds cool to me. That's extremely appealing for that factor alone, is because there's something about that. I mean, there's no stress in multiplayer. There's no bullshit involved. There's no flaws. That's what I like. And our community's kind of shifted towards hatred. We're like possessed now. We just have to. We are full of concerns, worries, and haterness to the point that we're no longer positive. I mean, we maintain focus on what needs to be fixed in our games now. I mean, how many of you spend your days thinking, damn, you get mad when you get killed by, a death streak, or, dead man's hand, something like that. I mean, you get extremely pissed off about that. And even the Battlefield fans, they get mad about all kinds of shit too. We don't like the fucked up dart glitches and stuff like that. So it's like every game has a couple flaws, but the flaws that are there are like game breaking. Like Halo really never had any problems with that kind of shit. There are a handful of games that have never had any game breaking problems, but the most popular ones always do. And it's weird. It's like we would like to much rather see things fixed, and we're so focused on the negative and the fact that nothing is changing. And I guess that explains it. I mean, that makes total sense. But in reality, that's kind of like kind of sad. You know what I mean? You guys hopefully know exactly what I'm talking about when we were younger doing that kind of stuff. So, things have changed a little bit. And I'm just curious to you guys to think if it will ever, balance back out. Are we just going to be like the economy and just keep dropping and dropping and dropping? Or are we actually going to balance out like a nice brassiere? So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I would like to see things come back. I think certain games like Borderlands always help that feel. I think games like Halo have always been great, built around balance. And it's only some of the more popular ones that kind of shred us away and add to the negativity. And as long as this gets more and more negative, The hostility is going to become more and more of a problem. The stress has become more and more of a problem, and we're going to get so accustomed to broken fucking games that gaming will no longer be what it used to be. It'll be all about competition. It'll all be about whose dick is bigger. And that's not what gaming was initially set out for. So, I mean, there's no way to fix it, but I would like to see, you know, a little bit of a change in that situation. I mean, where are you guys at in that? I mean, would you guys like to see, would you like to see things balanced out? Would you like to see things fixed? Would you like to see gaming go back to where it was fun? And my answer to that is yes. And the question is, do you think that'll happen? Do you think we will balance out and finally get balanced games where no one focuses on the negativity? Because that's how the world is. A couple people can have like 5 great things going on, but one negative thing to fuck it up. And that's just people. So, do you think we'll actually be able to balance out? Do you think games are going to come in here that we're going to actually appreciate, and we'll be able to get back to the roots of what fun gaming used to be? Leave your comment down in the description below, guys. I love you, and I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good weekend, and I hope you get laid. Seriously, just go get some dick, that is.